1944. The location, Greece. And in the peak of the World War II, the daily inflation was about 18%. The commodity prices was raising around the clock. It's just the beginning. In November at the same year, the monthly inflation was hitting the 13,800%. That's mean the gallon of milk that was cost $1 now cost $1 million. Yes, you heard it right. That's my friend called inflation.
Follow the 9 Peter Adamek from up. Blowing tops a latches and now movement lefers.
Let's go to some breaking news now. The monthly round of inflation data has just been released.
Inflation is when the prices of goods and services go up over time. It means your money buys less stuff than it did before. Now let's take an example. Imagine you have $10 and you can buy 10 apples because each apple costs $1. Now if inflation happens and the price of apples goes up to $2 each, your $10 can now only buy 5 apples. Inflation is measured by looking at the prices of a basket of goods and services that a typical consumer might buy. This basket can include things like food, clothing, housing, and transportation. When the prices in this basket go up, we say there is inflation. But why? There are a few reasons why inflation happens. One reason is demand pull inflation. This occurs when there is more demand for goods and services than there is supply, causing prices to go up. Think of it like a concert where everyone wants tickets, but there aren't enough seats, so the ticket prices soar. Another reason is cost push inflation. This happens when the cost of producing goods and services goes up, and businesses pass those costs on to consumers. For example, if the price of oil goes up, it costs more to transport goods, and those increased costs can lead to higher prices in stores. Inflation isn't always bad. A little bit of inflation is normal and even necessary for a growing economy. However, when inflation gets too high, it can erode the purchasing power of your money and make it harder to afford everyday items. Now the question is, how you can beat the inflation? Number 1. Hold real assets. What most people don't understand about currency is that it's another commodity in the market. And its price is determined by demand and supply, among many different factors. Now imagine a market with $10 on one side and 10 houses on the other. In this hypothetical example, a single house will cost $1. But if we pour an extra $10 into this market, there will be $20, but still only 10 houses. This will raise house prices where a single house will now cost $2. It's a simple way to understand inflation. It's mean if you buy a house when its price $1, when the inflation come, your house will be worth $2 and so on. The sure thing prices of real asset will just go up, so make sure you take advantage of that. Number 2, stocks. Stock prices might not have risen as much as crypto by a few thousand%, but they are much more stable and less risky. From July 2020 to July 2021, the S&P 500 grew by 40%. That's an astronomical return, especially since you are investing in the entire US economy. When you buy a stock, you are buying a share in a business. That's why they are also called shares. Whenever there is too much cash in the economy, the value of that business grows, so you are growing together with inflation. On top of that, that money is usually spent on basic needs and wants, which means businesses grow faster. So you are not just beating inflation, but rather profiting from it. Just imagine for a moment how much of that stimulus checks were spent on Amazon or Apple products. If you also count the fact that these companies have taken billions of dollars in loans for almost free and grew exponentially, and now people are getting back to work, the economy is reopening, people are spending more, and these businesses are about to grow even faster. The key is to keep your money invested in assets that are hedged against inflation. These are the two methods to beat inflation. Sure, there is more. If you like this video and want more, maybe we can go deep into this in the next videos. Remember, in every problem, there is an opportunity. Love you guys and see you next video.